guys, this is Karan from Tech Amigos, and today I'm gonna show you how to install the elementary OS using the Virtual Box for your desktop. So the first two things that you will require is the elementary.iso file and the Virtual Box setup. You can download both these setups from their official website. You can download the VirtualBox from here. That is the VirtualBox official website. You can download it for the Windows, for OS X, for Linux, for whatever version of desktop that you are using, and it's completely free. And you can download the elementary.iso file from their official website, that is elementary.io. You just have to make a particular donation and download the ISO file. But if you don't want to do a donation, just click on the custom and enter the value as 0. That is, you will download this ISO file for free. But if you can donate, just donate because it's completely worth it. So for the people who don't know what is an elementary OS, an elementary OS is a Linux distribution which is based on Ubuntu. The one which we are going to install is the elementary OS.Freya. The elementary OS was initially just a theme application based distribution which used to make theme based applications for the Ubuntu, but later on it has got its own distribution which was based on Ubuntu. It has its various initials such as Jupyter, Luna, and the one which we are going to install is the Freya, which is based on Ubuntu 14.04, and the upcoming, which is the latest version, is the Loki, I guess, and which is based on Ubuntu 16. So this OS has got the looks of the OS X, that is, which comes with the MacBooks and all, and has the working of the Ubuntu. So it's quite good in looking and has a powerful working and a powerful security thing. So just let's get started with the installation. So the first thing that we need to do is to install the VirtualBox setup, because we need to get a virtual machine, a false machine for this OS. So just install this file. Just follow the standard step, that is next and install. So this installation may take some time, so in my situation it will take some time. So just after the installation gets completed, I will come back to you and tell you what is the second step. So here it is, the VirtualBox has been installed. Now we have to create a virtual memory for our operating system. So click on that new option that is on the top left. Now enter the name of the operating system, whatever you want. So I will name it as Freya OS. So sorry for the faulty keyboard, I have a faulty keyboard. Freya-OS. So next, in type, make sure it's Linux, and in version it is Ubuntu 64. Now click on next. Now memory size, it will ask you basically the RAM that you want to give to the operating system. So I have 4 GB pre-available. So out of 4 GB I will give 1 GB to my operating system. Now it depends on you how much you want to give. Now click on next. So if you have already installed the VirtualBox, you can just add this operating system to the available memory or the allocated memory. We are creating a new one, so just click on create. VDI dynamic looks good. So the next is the amount of memory that you want to allocate to this VirtualBox. 8 GB is default, so 15 GB I think is quite enough for the VirtualBox. It depends on you how much you want to give. So just enter the amount and create. So now here it is. Now the virtual memory is been created. Now the next step is to just install the elementary OS. So go to setting, under that system and motherboard. So that is a floppy option. If you want to just keep that floppy option, just let it remain be checked, or if you don't want, just uncheck it. Now in processor, so I have a quad core processor, so out of 4 I will allocate 2 to my operating system. So if you have octa core, you can give 4 cores, or if you have dual core, you can give 1 core, depending on the number of processor you want to allocate to the operating system. Next is display. So I have 2 GB of NVIDIA graphic card, so out of that only I can give 128 MB, so I will give completely 128 MB. And there is an option called as enable 3D acceleration and 2D video acceleration. So if you want, you can enable both. So but in my case 2D video acceleration is showing some problem, so I won't enable it. But if it is not showing any problem to you, then you can enable that option. Now go to audio. Now make sure that is checked. In USB it's enabled. Serial bus, if you want to enable, you can enable USB. Now that's completely enabled, so everything looks good. So now gets started with our installation. So under the storage there is an option called as disk, which is empty. Now we have to load the disk with the elementary.iso file that we have downloaded. So just locate the elementary.iso file and load it into the VirtualBox. Now click on OK. So to start the installation, click on this start green button. Now the installation will begin. Now the installation will take some time depending upon the speed of our processor. So here it is, the black box of the installation has been appeared. Here the installation is quite same as that of we installed while using the disk, that is a complete new installation of an OS. But in this case here we are just installing an operating system within an operating system. Now here the disk has been loaded. It is taking some time because my operating system is not that quite fast. So after the installation begins, it will ask you for two options, that is try the elementary OS or install the elementary OS. So if you want to try the elementary OS, just click on the try elementary. In our case we are going to install the elementary OS, so make sure the language is English and install the elementary OS. Click on that option. Next step, it will ask you for the minimum requirements, that is minimum amount of memory and internet connection must, and below there are two options, that is download, updates while installation, and third party user app. So the third party user app is a user defined option. So if you want to install, you can install, and that option, that is download updates during installation, if you want to check you can check, but I recommend do not, because it will just slow your installation. If you want, you can check, and then click on continue. Now here it will ask you to erase the pre-installed operating system, whatever you have installed already installed. If you want to erase and completely install a new one, so R is first installation, so it doesn't really matter. Just click on continue. So here it will ask for the confirmation, just click on continue. So next it will ask you for your location. First it will detect your location automatically. If it doesn't, just enter your location and click on continue. Now it will ask you for the keyboard layout. English US looks good, so click on continue. Now it will ask for you the information about your computer, like computer name and all. So just the first thing is that your name, so enter your name. So I will enter here as Karan Shetty. This name will also be your computer's name and also your username. So you can change your computer name and username after the entering of your own name. Now enter the password. So after you have entered the password, below there are two options, login automatically, and next option is for that you can enter login password each time you can log in. Depending on the user, you can check any of the option below. So just click on continue. So after that the installation will begin. Now the installation will take some time, so after the installation is completed, I will just get back to you and tell you what the next step is. So here it is, the installation has been completed. Now it will ask you to restart your operating system. So just click on restart now. So here it is. After the installation, it will look somewhat like this. So now the next step we have to do is to enter into the full screen mode. So the main problem with the VirtualBox is that it doesn't allow you to enter into the full screen mode. So we have to follow some particular steps so that we can use the elementary OS in the full screen mode. So just follow the steps in the video and you will just enter into the full screen mode and enjoy the elementary OS. So to enter into the full screen mode, you just need to install a guest edition CD image. So to do that, under devices you will see an option called as insert guest edition CD image. So there are two possibilities that could occur, that the guest CD image is already loaded or it is not loaded. So if it is not loaded, then after clicking that option, this ISO file will be automatically loaded. So if it is preloaded, then you will face this error. It will ask you to force unmount. So it is not an, you see, a big issue. Now you need to just check that the guest edition.iso file is preloaded or not. So just cancel this box, and to check that, go to machine, under that settings, and you find a storage option. Now you see that there is an option already ISO file which is loaded, which spells as vbox guest edition.iso. That means that you are good to go. So just click on OK. Now under application, you need to open the file explorer. So once the file explorer, under that devices, just click on the vbox edition. Now the next step is to run the terminal. So just go into application and type T and run the first application, that is the terminal, and type in sudo. So once you're done typing the vbox edition explorer, you will see a .run file which spells as vbox linux edition.run file, sorry. So just drag that file into the terminal and just hit enter. So after you have hit enter, it will install all the necessary drivers that are required to enter the operating system into the full screen mode in the vbox. So I have already done with all that stuff, so I won't be running this application. So you need to just hit enter. After the drivers will be installed, it will just simply ask you to restart your computer. So make sure you just click on the enter and wait for some time, because the process will take some time. So after you have done, close all the window and just go to the power option and that shut down and just restart your system. So after the system gets restarted, you can now enter the OS into the full screen mode, and to do that, just go into view under that full screen mode and switch. So now you can enjoy your elementary OS in the full screen mode. Hope this video helped you. So if this video helped you, just click on the like button below, and if you want to get further updates from this channel, just click on the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you until next time.